Ryan Blaney, one of the 5 drivers fighting to have a starting spot in tomorrow's race, and with the lap that he put down, pretty sure he will be racing on Sunday. He was 4th quickest with the lap that he was able to turn. Ryan Blaney still another one of the drivers searching for his first win, as is Austin Dillon, who's currently 3rd on the list.
Yeah, right now the guy that's on the hot seat is David Gilliland. He's the slowest of the cars that are going to need to get in on speed. There's one more left to go in Ryan Reed, so we'll see how fast Ryan Reed runs here in a few minutes.
Ryan Reed trying to make his first ever Cup Series start. He is involved in the Xfinity Series chase as Almirola shuts it down. The track, Brad Keselowski has won 2 straight. You know, the only other guy who has won 3 straight, Dale Garcia. His first career Sprint Cup Series win in 1990, the Daytona win, and then Talladega. Came to 3 straight restrictor plate race wins for senior. Brad Keselowski could join the Intimidator on that list. He's the only 2 drivers that have ever won 3 consecutive Sprint Cup Series races, restrictor plate races.
I think anytime you can get your name mentioned along Dale Earnhardt, you've done a good job. Dale was perhaps the greatest driver in NASCAR's history and unbelievable on restrictor plates.
We would compare this lap to Logano's. Logano ran a 49.87. We'll see what Brad Keselowski's able to do. He outdoes it. 49.66 for Brad Keselowski, all the way up to 2nd quickest for the 2 car.
You see a little bit of water coming out of the right side cowl area at the base of the windshield for the 2. That's because the grill openings are taped solid to help the aerodynamics of this race car. But some of the way that NASCAR controls the pushing and the tandem that we used to have, each team is required to run a valve that at a certain pressure lets water out at a certain temperature, certain pressure. So not a huge cause for concern there, but we would expect to see that as some more cars as qualifying continues.
And that pop-up valve, they had changed the pressure on that so that they could limit the amount of pushing and tandem running and the different styles that teams had figured out when they came to these racetracks. As we see Tony Stewart on the track for his final qualifying run at Talladega Superspeedway. And this is his final season running full-time in the Sprint Cup Series.
We're comparing Tony Stewart to the 12th base because top 12 advance into the 2nd round. And Reed Sorensen at the top of the chart has put down an impressive lap, about 3.5 tenths better than Brad Keselowski. The 55 needing to make the race on time. He has done it. He has beat enough cars that he's guaranteed in as Tony Stewart ends up 8th.
Dave.
Guys, I just talked with Pat Trice and crew chief on that 55 car and confirmed with him that the motors are manufactured by Arrington. But Pat told me also we did everything for qualifying. You guys talked about it. You know, the different oils and the different things you can do to try to gain some speed to make the show. And then he confirmed that they would definitely have to go behind the wall once the race starts to effect changes to that car to make it raceable for the entire 500 miles.
Which in essence what they've said is they felt it extremely valuable just to make the race. They know that they're not going to be able to win the race, so they're going to have to take some time to go behind the wall to change what they've done just to get into this race.
Yeah, that's a calculation that this team has made, that it's a difficult decision to make, but that's the decision that they made. And then, you know, right now somebody's going to go home, and you don't want to be that person. So they made the sacrifices they had to make to get that race car in the show.
We won't know the one driver that will end up going home until Ryan Reed goes. 4 of the 5 have gone. Ryan Blaney, David Gilliland, Reed Sorensen, and Matt DiBenedetto have already been on the track. Ryan Reed still to go.
I don't believe Danica Patrick and his 10 team are going to be really that happy with this lap while it's tracking to be inside the top 12 currently. You look at Kurt Busch, Danica's teammate, all the way up in 3rd. So you would think you would want to run close to your teammates. Tony Stewart in 8th. Danica Patrick, the slowest of the 3 SHR cars at the moment.
She is 12:50.495. Here's Hamlin Larson coming up next.